Next one is the homepage. So this is the popular items, which will be, as I said, based on popularity index, which would be when users are interacting with an item or a restaurant more, it will be available on our homepage, sorted. So at the end, we have our profile page where we see the ratings we have given and also the items we have favorited, and we can interact with this item. Thank you.
Okay. So this is all for what we got for you. So if you're interested in what we presented, you could contact us in the information that's given and help develop our team and our products more. Thank you, guys. If you have any question, for us, you're welcome to.
Is the so you say the product is live and functioning at the moment, or?
So yeah, we have. Sorry for that. So we have a functioning mobile app, and Telegram is very big in Ethiopia. So we also have a Telegram bot. We haven't launched the app on Play Store and App Store, but we're hoping to do so with the extra supports we're going to get. So it's fully functional, and it's been we've been testing it throughout this experience, throughout the expo, and people are really enjoying what we have to provide. So yeah, it's close to being launched, but we need some extra workings on it.
Yeah, very good. I guess it's a very practical kind of solution and serving a market need. And at first, my initial thoughts was, how are you going to stand out from the local offerings? You did a comparison there, and so it seems like a very practical solution, and I think it's a matter of like scaling up or growing the solution cost effectively. If there are ways you can utilize word of mouth and not just marketing spend, that could be a better approach. I know you mentioned like social media influencers and stuff like that. There were ways to incentivize your users to make referrals and stuff like that. That could be better to because this could be a capital intensive kind of solution if you're just looking to acquire customers from like digital spend. So if you can find some creative ways for referrals, that could help you guys.
Sure. Yeah, we'll consider that. We also have already included incentivizing users to give reviews and to add non-existing restaurants in our platform. So we've already started that action. So that's really a good one. So if there are any questions or anyone interested in joining and supporting our team, we're very happy to meet you guys.
Okay. If we're done, thank you so much, rated team, for your time. Next, we'll go to our team, Health Hub from Tunisia. So they're going to start sharing their screen and present.
Okay. سامع ابعد من الكاميرا ابعد من الكاميرا Hello everybody, I'm delighted to be here. My name is Yasmin Atrous and I'm a member of the team Brainiacs. So I have a quote to share with you, said by Andrew Ng. Andrew Ng is the co-founder of Google Brain, Coursera, and Deep Learning AI. Andrew Ng said, AI will have the same impact on all the fields like the electricity had on the 1800s. So that's why we are a team of AI engineers who are ready to revolutionize the future of medical educational field in Africa using generative AI. With the collaboration of 3 medical students, like you can see here, Osama Zid, Selim Ben Hamida, and Emna Gharsallah. The right way of empowering the medical field in Africa is by empowering the medical students. That's why we asked them for they face. So they said that they have limited understanding of complex medical concepts, and they also have inadequate medical education, and also the lack of approved advanced tools. There's what comes Health Hub. Health Hub is an AI-driven platform, educational tool that helps medical students to learn about the brain in a more interactive and engaging way. Let's talk now about our value proposition. We have extended suite of learning tools, interactive and immersive learning, and performant AI-powered modern features. Let's talk about the market. The global generative AI in healthcare market size is estimated to be worth 1.28 billion in 2023, and it is growing with 36.7% from 2023 to 2030. And in Africa, we have 330 medical schools where we can use generative AI, and this is a big opportunity that remains unseized. Health Hub goal is to capture 10% of the African market within the first 5 years of operation. Let's talk about our revenue model. We have subscription-based models where brain enthusiasts, medical schools, or even professionals who want to try our app can use our Health Hub. And also we offer a private hosting. Let's say you're a university who cares about her data privacy. You can have your self-managed version of Health Hub installed on your own server. We have a twofold marketing strategy, the online one, like using website and blogs, social media, like LinkedIn and paid advertising, and the offline one, through conference and events, partnerships, and outreach programs. Now, let's talk numbers. By the year 2024, Health Hub revenue is estimated to be $360,000 through these different metrics. And also, we estimate a 20% growth every year for the next 3 years. We did a precise calculation of the cost, and it is $300,000. So now let's talk about the unique that Health Hub has in the market. We have a lot of competitors, Google, DeepMind Health, and Babylon Health, but Health Hub is the only one focusing on the African market with comprehensive suite of features, affordable pricing, strong partnerships, and also a user AI-friendly platform. This is our milestone. So we did the project ideation in August, back in August 2023. We did the testing and refinement, we did the hosting and deployment, and now we have our hosted version of Health Hub that you can use. And we also have a mobile application of Health Hub. And for the future, now to open the startup by January 24, we are willing to do some testing and refinement, contact our potential future clients, and start the online marketing. And we also have a vision to expand the Health Hub, so it's not going to be just about the brain, but all the human organs. This is our team. We are AI engineering students with different backgrounds. We have our backend developer, our design and marketing expert, and our official researchers, front-end developer, and our project manager and financial strategist. That's me. By supporting your vision and by investing in us, you're contributing to creating a safer and knowledge-enriched Africa, empowering local talent, and contributing to social and economic progress in Africa. Thank you for your attention. Now we're going to show you the demo. So we're going to send you the link of hosted version that you can use.
In Africa, access to advanced medical knowledge can be a challenge. Imagine a world where everyone, regardless. In Africa, access to advanced medical knowledge can be a challenge. Imagine a world where everyone, regardless of location, can explore and learn about the brain. Health Hub makes this a reality by using AI to simplify complex medical concepts. It's not just about the brain, it's about leveling the playing field in healthcare. As the world looks towards AI as the future of medicine, Health Hub is leading the way by making knowledge accessible to all, paving the path for a healthier tomorrow. Let's now explore the future with Health Hub. Its advantage lay in offering quick access to brain-related info, especially in situations where immediate information. It acted as a valuable resource, reducing response times and enhancing user experiences. The advantages of brain segmentation were twofold. Firstly, it streamlined the process of identifying and isolating brain structures and abnormalities from 3D MRIs. This not only saved time but also provided users. Secondly, users could now control global and regional brain volumes with precision, leading to more comprehensive studies and enhanced diagnostic capabilities. The advantage of converting 2D MRI scans into immersive 3D visualizations was a deeper understanding of the human brain. This transformation allows you to explore the complexities of the brain in unprecedented detail. It facilitated a more intuitive comprehension of brain structures and tumors. The immersive 3D visualizations of both the brain and tumors offered numerous advantages. They provided an unprecedented level of insight and understanding, allowing users to use real MRI files and AI to do the tumor detection and 3D visualization at once with the specific coordinates of the tumor. This feature not only enhanced education but also enabled in-depth research in precise tumor prediction. Integrating AI quizzes into the platform offered an engaging way to challenge and reinforce knowledge. The advantage was clear: it made learning more interactive and enjoyable. It allowed users to test their understanding and retention of medical concepts, making Health Hub an all-encompassing educational tool. Our vision wasn't just about redefining medicine in Africa, it was about reshaping global healthcare. Each of these innovations carried specific advantages, contributing to a brighter, healthier future for all.
Thank you so much for your attention. Do you have any questions?
Your volume is off.
So your technology, is it a generative AI that is able to produce a 3D based on an MRI, or is it a pathology detection on MRI?
Actually, it is both. We use generative AI to do the MRI generation, and we also used it for the brain 3D visualization and the tumor detection also. So generative AI works in our quiz generator, in our chatbot, in our MRI generation, and also in the 3D visualization.
And so the pathology detection, is it working on the original MRI scan, or is it working based on the data provided with the 3D effects?
The pathology detection was trained on actual real data, like real MRI scans provided by real people. So it's pretty accurate. It's
how big is your data set?
97.
How big is your data set?
How big is it? It's 14 gigabytes.
Yeah, and in terms of number of scans?
Number of scans, I think like we got the dataset from online, and it's we didn't focus on the number of scans, but I'm pretty sure it's like a big number of scans because it is used for research purposes.
And also each year there is a press hackathon where they upload a lot of MRI brain scans that we use also the data.
And which base technology are you using? Is it a supervised, where you need to label basically each of the scan, or is it a self-supervised one?
So
where
basically we're using computer vision, which you have to input like original images, and they have to be labeled, so it is supervised. For every type of tumor it has in the picture, it needs to be named accordingly, and then we train it on like a part of the data, like a big part of the data, and we left some for training and for validation.
We trained our model using TensorFlow, so it detects the different parts of the tumor, so it knows the type. So it is trained, it is labeled. We labeled each MRI to know the exact, and using TensorFlow. Yes.
And to get one, to treat, let's say, one full MRI, you need, in fact, to label a multitude of images, because the MRI is based on a multitude of individual scans, right?
Yes, but this we did this by using simple images of labeled data. So now, when you want to detect. When you want to detect like the type of tumor, you don't need to label anything. So you would just pick up your MRI, put it into the image detection tool, and then it will detect it and tell you what type it is without having to label every single image in your MRI.
And also, it has a short description of the tumor, so for better understanding.
Yes.
Accuracy?
Yeah, it's 0.
The accuracy is 97%.
And the sensitivity of the model?
We didn't we know the sensitivity, but we need to recheck again to tell you.
Okay.
We can share it with you.
Yes.
You can share it with you.
Yes. Can you check?
Is there any
other questions while we wait?
I have a question. Yeah, I'm institutes, universities, right? But
So,
yeah. I'm sorry, can you?
Yes, it is for medical institutions, for medical students who want to use it personally.
mm-hmm. So, like, how? Basically, my question is how. Like, how can I make my question? Like, are you planning in your roadmap to make hospitals or doctors, your customers? Like basically,
Actually, we have a professional plan. So for now, we are focusing on the educational part, like universities, medical schools. That's why we investing when researching the market, we focus on the medical schools. But we also have a professional plan for researchers, for lab experts, so they can also use our web app. But in our milestone, we're going to begin with. Initially, we're going to have partners with the medical schools and
we know that our app is a very helpful tool for all the medical community, because when we tested it with like different experts and different students, they all told us this is very useful for them, because we know they told us that MRI scans are very hard to read and very hard to analyze and stuff. So the 3D tool will be very useful, and the segmentation tool will be very, very useful to professionals. But when we created this this platform, we wanted to focus on medical students, because we know how hard it can be for them to work and study at the same time, and especially the complexity of medical concepts. So they were our original main target. But of course, in the future, as a perspective, we would love to create like a plan that is specific for professionals.
We also shared across the last position.
Yes, we shared everything about the detection model, the tumor detection model in the chat.
The sensitivity is 0.9790. Do you have any other question about the other features?
Thank you.
Is there any question about any other feature, like the 3D segmentation, the AI quiz, the chatbot, the MRI generation?
I mean, if nobody's asking, I'll ask another quick question. OpenAI just came up with their conference, and they made huge improvements in Dolly, right? So how did you guys check how they are getting into this area in terms of like medical visions, or in terms of medical other like chest images or something, like, because at some point I'm sure Dolly will be used for education as well, right? When they improve it quite a bit. So that will be your indirect competitor.
But
so what is your thoughts and mindset about it?
Okay, so like I said, our positive point that we have the uniqueness in the African market, because we are African students and we're giving our platform for African education students.
Plus, our features are englobed in one single platform that students can use to learn on. So basically, they can do everything on one single platform. Like the chat, you would ask me, hey, why would I use your chatbot if I have like ChatGPT? Well, for me personally, I am a student, and when I review, I get really frustrated by moving from one platform to another to just test and get things. So we put tools and features in our platform, so it flows with them and how they're using the tools to study.
Got it. Let me rephrase the question, Yasmin. So the hardest thing in medical is to get the data, right? Especially brain data.
Yes.
So if you want to get a good education for brain and especially imaging, then you need to work with all the hospitals and ask for their, right, the patient data. And I'm not sure if they will give that to you. So that will be the differentiator.
That's the point of Health Hub. That's the point of Health Hub. Actually, because of, let's say, a medical student, you want to do your research, but when you go into the hospital, they say, no, data privacy, patient privacy. That's why we did the MRI generation. It's like synthetic data. It's like the real data that they can learn about, they do their research about, but it's without their privacy, that's the future. Our web app, we would like to have OpenAI as a competitor, because our Health Hub is the futuristic realistic. Like we know, the data is a major problem nowadays, especially in Africa. Like we have a major lack of data. That's why the medical students say to us. That's why we use generative AI to do the MRI generation. So they will have an infinite number of MRIs in their disposal without worrying about data privacy or anything. So they can use that to do anything they want, to do research, the 3D visualization, or the tumor detection.
I have a
Also,
bunch of
it's
questions,
a
but
big
go ahead.
okay, so it's a big advantage for us to have such a big company like OpenAI or NVIDIA like as a competitor, because honestly that motivates us to reach out more and like do more, compete with them. Health competition is what brings innovation, is what brings us more closer to an innovative, futuristic future.
Yes, and there's basically no competitors in Africa. There is no other solution that is like Health Hub here. So it is really
you guys are in a low-hanging fruits, like, so I think you are doing great in terms of that. Good luck, best luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Do you have any other questions?
Does anyone have any other questions?
Is there any other features do you want to talk about? Do you want to discuss? Or maybe the market?
So I want to tell you about the chat about the quizzes generator. So basically, a big feature and which is targeted specifically for medical students is our generator, which will help them a lot with their exams. Basically, the biggest issue like students face now from the people we asked is having to practice and review for their exams at the same time. They basically have like a huge amount of learning their courses. All they have to do is take the course, put it into the input section, and then generate any number of questions that they want. And the amount of generated questions is like infinite. You can generate, for example, 10 questions about a course and then answer them, and then you can generate again another 10 questions that would be completely different. There are two types of questions: fill in the blanks questions, which will help them with memory. It's basically like flashcards, and quiz questions.
So in Health Hub, you can actually find really engaging tools using generative AI, and we think that's the future because the medical field in Africa needs generative AI. Because I think that it's going to open multiple doors and it's going to help Africa's economy and educational. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yasmin and Brainiacs, all of you. It was a lovely presentation. Now we will go to one of our Cardiff projects. Akil will start presenting their pitch.
So, our team is Akil. We'll be presenting our project for you. Let's start. So, we live in a world where sparks of kindness and goodwill struggle to ignite due to the challenge of connecting those who want to help with opportunities that need them. But we believe that the potential for positive change exists within every individual. within every individual. My name is Galav Girma, and this is my team. We'll be guiding you through the exciting possibilities of our project. So let me tell you a story about Sarah, a passionate volunteer, and Khalid, the founder of a local NGO. Sarah is eager to make a difference, but she finds it challenging to discover opportunities that relate to her skills and interests. Khalid, on the other hand, struggles to reach out to volunteers like Sarah due to the limited marketing resource of his NGO. This means that Sarah's potential remains untapped, while Khalid's NGO can't achieve its full potential. So enter Akib. We present an all-encompassing platform that seamlessly connects NGOs like Khalid's to volunteers like Sarah. Now, Khalid can build his profile, post volunteering opportunities, manage those opportunities, and manage applications to those opportunities. On the flip side, Sarah has access to opportunities that's tailored to her skills and interests. So what makes us unique is that we've created a platform that's efficient, personalized, centralized, and user-friendly. For us, it's about connecting NGOs with the right volunteers, and in turn, driving positive impact to our communities. So let's address some pain points in the current landscape. There are currently few similar solutions with considerable members, but in most cases, there's poor NGO management, and this means that NGOs can't manage their opportunities, they can't manage applications, and they also can't build their profiles. And volunteers also don't have profiles, meaning they can't track their work, and they also have to constantly refill their applications each time they apply to an opportunity. So as it stands, we don't have a fully centralized solution that implements all of the important features and also has local presence. Zooming out to a broader perspective, there are currently around over 3,000 registered NGOs in Ethiopia and around 60,000 active volunteers. But in countries where we were able to find better data, Kenya, for example, has over 13.9 million volunteers, and Nigeria has over 58 million volunteers. We're not as big as Ethiopia is not as big as Nigeria, but our population is double Kenya's. So considering all of this in the active projects in Ethiopia, we anticipate a need of over 10 million volunteers in Ethiopia. So by addressing their challenge and enhancing their daily operations, our product can certainly capture a sizable market share. Our approach to generating revenue is simple, yet it's effective. NGOs would be paying a small subscription fee, which makes sense because we're cutting down on their cost of reaching out to volunteers. We're also providing them with a pool of volunteers. We'd also be keeping a certain percentage each time an NGO receives a donation on our website. On top of that, we'd be running ads and placing placement fees, which means every time an NGO successfully gets a volunteer, we'd be charging a very small fee for making that connection happen. So looking at our financial projection, for each year on the left is our expenses, and on the right, it's our revenue. As you can see, our expenses roughly stays the same over the years, and our revenue catches up on the fourth year. Our expenses is broken down into the following. We'd be having developer salary, server costs, marketing costs, and operational costs. So we've also formed meaningful partnership with influential companies that we believe provide us with expertise, resources, and credibility. We've also onboarded 6 local NGOs onto our platform. Logo is Turkey's largest enterprise software company, and Turkish Red Crescent is Turkey's oldest nonprofit organization. Our management team is, Akil is managed by A2SV, and A2SV is backed by Google. A2SV provides us with a business intelligence team, technical leads, and product mentors. Our development team consists of 9 talented engineers, including ones with experience working at companies like Google, Databricks, and Palantir. So we spent like 4 months before August doing product research, user interview, and prototyping. After that, in the last 2 months, we were developing our MVP and testing it with selected user group. January 1st next year, we'll be launching Akil to early adopters. After that, it would be continuous improvement and marketing. So volunteers can join our waitlist and seize the opportunity to contribute to meaningful initiatives. NGOs can join our NGO waitlist, and they can boost their pool of volunteers. increase their visibility, and they can focus on the impact that they can make. Anyone can contribute financially to us to support our mission and operations. We'd like to hear from anybody. Thank you. That's our pitch. So we'll be moving on to our demo now. Okay, so this is our web platform for NGOs. On their homepage, they can see the list of opportunities that they've posted. This provides an easy, user-friendly interface where they can manage all of the opportunities that they've posted. This is, for example, a software development mentor role. So by providing descriptions and requirements and responsibilities, NGOs can make sure that they attract the right volunteers to this opportunity. Now we can move on to the mobile side and see how a volunteer can discover and apply to this opportunity. Mobile PP, great. So this is a list of opportunities as volunteers would see it. We've provided cards that provide enough description to attract any volunteer. They can see if the opportunity is closed or opened, when it was posted, and what category it's under. This opportunity on top is the one that we just saw. So we can click on it and see the details. By seeing the description, we can make sure it's an opportunity that a volunteer is fit for. Let's try to apply to this opportunity. Okay, so when you click apply, as you can see, most of the fields are already pre-filled. That's because the volunteer already has a profile on our platform. This prevents repetitive efforts where each time they find an opportunity, they have to fill out fields. So we can submit an application. We can also track the applications that we've submitted on the apply tab. Here we can find all of the opportunities we've applied. This makes it easy for a volunteer to track their applications. They can also filter by accepted or pending. And under all, okay, all right. So we can also discover NGOs. We can also discover NGOs and see, for example, that the first NGO has 9 opportunities. We can see what that NGO is about, and we can also see what opportunities are under that NGO. So all of this is to make sure that all opportunities are discoverable. We can also edit our profile. We also have a Telegram bot that provides exactly the features we provide for our mobile, but it also integrates a chatbot, ChatGPT, where you can interact with the chatbot to get a tailored list of opportunities. For example, you can tell it what things you're good at and what things you prefer, and then you get a list of opportunities based on that. It would also tell you about Akil or what the steps to apply or to create a profile are. So let's head over to the NGO side and see how we can process the application. Okay. So under applicants, we can see that the application we submit show up here. This makes it easy for an NGO to track what applications their opportunity has gotten, and they can also click on the details, process the application, and either accept or decline. So this is a very brief demo for what our product can do. So if you have any questions, we'll be glad to answer them. Right about now.
you guys hear us? Hello.
So from our investors, Mohammed, Yani, anybody, was Edward, was any questions for Akil team? Okay, if that's the case, then our next team is going to be Milito. They can take the stage. Thank you so much, Akit.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello, we're from the team Mito. I'm Abhitra. Can you see my screen? So we're from the team Mito. In Africa, there is a limited number of teachers. You see the ratio, it's 243. And there are inadequate exam preparations, which is in the past year in Ethiopia, there were only 3.25% of students passed the national exam, and this is really concerning as a country. There is a lack of interactive elements in the educational system, which makes the studying boring. And in resources, there is a very limited access and amount of resources. So NITO has presented as a solution using generative AI, make learning more engaging and fun. The first one is by using personalized chatbots and assistants. Since the chatbot has the textbook's personality, it's going to answer based on the topic. Students can generate quizzes after they study from the book and evaluate themselves. The competition platform here, students can compete with their peers. So students can foster achievement through peer competition, and they can get increased access. And for the teachers, they're going to have better skills in explanation for students. Well, our primary target is high school students and remedials, but the secondary is anybody who wants to learn. We have over 6.5 million high school students in Ethiopia and South Sudan, 16 million in Africa, and 120 million overall Africa. We're going to find our primary targets in social media. We're going to have partnerships with schools since it's an educational platform, and we're going to use social media influencers for the market strategy. On our business models, donations, pricing, and subscription is going to take most of the part. And our financial, we're thinking of about 20,000 students in the first year and more than double in the following year. So our costs are, for the developers, we have 18,000, hosting and infrastructure is 12,500. In the marketing and events, 18,200. For the revenue, ad revenue donations, 12,000, the subscription, 20,000. And in the second year, we're going to have a profit of $45,000. This is the graph for the projection. So what makes us unique? We got quizzes and custom data, and the best part is the competition, which is going to motivate students. We also provide mostly for high school students, and we have other countries' resources too, so it's going to be used for all African countries. This is our team. And now I'm going to show you the demo. It's going to be with the videos we have for connections. Can you see the demos? Anyone, can you see the demo?
Not yet.
Yes, sir. Is the demo available now? So here we have our homepage. This is the features. And we can easily access the resources here. We can navigate through the homepage using this menu. So students can log in. And, we're going to, they can choose their grades and it's going to take them to the resources. They can also choose their country. So they can view the whole book or a specific chapter they want. So whenever they have questions or they want to chat with the book, they can ask for explanations and summary or anything, and it's going to answer for them based on the book. We also have students can also generate quizzes from specific topics they want, and they can choose the number of questions they want to generate. As you can see, it's in a choice format. So after the students select their answers and submit, it's going to give them the explanations and evaluations. Users can upload their local files too. And after the chatbot analyzes it, it's going to answer from the uploaded book. Here they can use the chat and quiz feature from the uploaded book. This is going to help students in adding references and broadening their scopes of studies. We also have the competition. It's a weekly contest. Students register, they can enter the competition. There are questions which are going to be set according to their grades, and they can enter the contest according to their grades and with their peers. It's going to be a competition which includes the whole country. So we're going to have their scores ranked, and we have our leaderboard. So they can view their so this is our demo. Anybody with questions?
So what will be your go-to-market strategy? How you can, what's your strategy to basically get a maximum of students on this platform?
Well, we have the social media as a first plan. We're going to have partnerships, and there's going to be social media influencers.
Have you calculated the cost of social media influencer in your region?
Yes, we have.
Yeah. Yes, we have calculated the amount of money we need to spend on the social media influencers.
Do any of our investors have questions regarding Milito's education? Okay, thank you so much, Team Milito. Now we give the stage to Innovate Fusion. Innovate Fusion, you can start sharing your screen and start presenting your pitch.
Hello everyone, we are Innovative Fusion and our product is the Architect. So let me start by a problem statement. Meet Yanit, she's a dedicated architect, but she spends most of her time on repetitive tasks like sketching and rendering. And she has to go to different platforms to get inspirations for her new project, like Pinterest and other platforms. She has a friend Sami, and they are in the same team. They are given a group project and their collaboration is inefficient. What they do is Sami has to wait Yani to finish her task in order to do his next task, which is time wasting and taxing cycle. So this is why we bring the architect to make architect's life easier. So we use generative AI tools to transform descriptive prompts to different inspirations. We can even change rough sketch to 3D designs, image inspirations, and interior designs. But also the architect is more than just a tool. It's also a source of creative inspirations. That's a community of like-minded individuals who fuels creativity and innovation. So now the architects can showcase their works, their skills to their colleagues and professionals of their industry. So these are our features. Our unique values are our collaboration feature, our community, and our assistance, AI assistance, 3 different products, but on the same platform. So our market size, according to African Development Bank report, by the end of 2023, the architecture industry is expected to reach $225 billion. And every year there is a growth rate of 5.6%. So this industry is very demanding of architects. Architects need to be more productive, creative, and collaborative to be the forefront in this industry. Our market plan includes our users. So we expect to get 5,000 users in Ethiopia. There are over 3,000 users, students, and 2,000 registered architects. And in 6 East African countries, there are over 30,000 architects, including Kenya, Uganda, Burundi, Rwanda, and South Sudan. So there are over 55 plus universities. So we expect to get 20% of these users, which reach 7,050. So we have to plan to get to generate income, which is our free and our subscription. So in our free, from our free users, we expect to get Google Ads, and for our subscription plan, we have 2 subscription plan for personal and enterprise level. For personal, we have planned to get $10 per person, and for organization, we have planned to get $100 per person. Yeah, this is our premium feature. Our collaborative feature will be the premium feature, and our Google Ad will be our free feature. I mean, how we generate income from our free feature. So this is our financial projection. So as I mentioned it in the first year, we expect to get 7,050 users out of 47,000 users, which is 20% of it. So from that, our expense will be 46,200 for our hosting. We expect to hire senior developers, and for our marketing strategy, like social media boosting and participating in other expos, our expense will reach like 46,200. In the second year, we have planned to expand our product to South Africa, Egypt, and Morocco. These countries are very demanding of this industry. In the third year, we expect to expand our product to the whole Africa. So there are over 700,000 architects in Africa. Out of this, we expect to get 20% of 10% of this user, which is 70,000, and our expense will be 400,000, and our profits we expect the profits will be 564,000. So this is how we reach our product. So we expect to release our product in June 2024. There is an expo that is going to be held in Addis Ababa. So by that time, we will release our product. And the other strategies are AK annual convention. This expo is going to be held in Kenya every year, and other platform is social media boosting. We have planned to use Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and other social media platforms. So this is our competitive landscapes. Our product provide these unique features: our real-time collaboration, our AI assistance, our mobile accessibility functionality, and community on the same platform. So this makes us stand out in this industry to sustain for long time for the future. So these are our competitive landscapes: Lookex.ai, Market.ai, and Sharp's Ready product. This is what we have in our hand and what makes us unique than the other products. So our achievements so far are like we have submitted this idea for Japan International Cooperation Agency, and they accepted our idea and gave us a training of how to make a startup and get started with it. And we have won the Best Technical Implementation Award of A2SV Generative AI for Africa Hackathon held this year, like this hackathon. So these are our teammates. We are engineers from Addis Ababa Science and Technology University, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Join us, invest on us. Well, so as I mentioned, we need for the university 46,200 money for like hosting, for senior developer salary, for our salary, and like boosting our products on social medias. Thank you for listening.
Okay, hello. My name is Brooke, and I'm going to be presenting you the demo. So as you can see on the screen, this is our landing page. So we will be starting off with one of our features, which is the image to text image generation. This is where our architects can find their inspiration from different users. And this is where we archive their chats from the beginning of their account. So they will be having all the designs that they have done so far in here. And this feature is the architecture knowledge feature, where they will ask the chatbot to explain an architecture concept, which is unclear for them. And as you can see, we have asked for how we can consider designing school buildings as constructions architects, and this is what the answer came. And this feature is the text to image generation, where they would be descriptive and they would tell what they want in words, and it will return an image generated. And this is our drawing to design feature, where they would be able to upload a design, a sketch, and based on a text also, they would get an image or a design. And this page is able to give them a floor plan, where they would still give a sketch of the floor plan, and they would ask they would give a prompt, and based on that, they would have a floor plan generated. And this feature will analyze their designs, where they would give an image, they would input an image, and they would ask to define or to analyze this design, and based on their questions, it will give them answer. So for our example, we have used Burj Khalifa. So we have asked explain the design aspects of this building, and the answer is as follows. Okay, so that's the demo. Thank you.
So, what is your competitive advantage compared to what ChatGPT can do right now?
So like ChatGPT can give us an image inspiration based on prompts, but our product will provide not only for prompts, but also like they will give us a sketch, a rough sketch. They can give a floor plan too. So this makes us different from ChatGPT too. And also like our product is specific than like any other products. Like there are also some other sites that give inspirations, like, but our product is specifically dedicated for architects, so they can only get image inspiration of architecture, building, and interior design, any related inspirations with architects. Thank you.
Yeah, but there is I forgot always the name. There is Dolly or odd stuff. They have released a few things under OpenAI that basically you can upload the image, upload a prompt, and then ChatGPT will therefore modify the image. So I think it's kind of the same model. So do you have, like, for example, unique data that will make it proprietary to, for example, African cities, African design, African regulation, or can you also input some type of information that you will not only get the image, but maybe you will get an estimation of the costing? For example, you want to do it in Addis based on the material. This is how much it will cost also. You know, the thing is that they need to be maybe an added value or an added set of data that is proprietary to you to be able to basically compete with a giant that is already doing something very similar.
Okay, so like for the cost estimations, as you said, on the architectural knowledge feature, on the analyze my designs feature, as I have told you before, it's also able to give an estimation of the price. So we have asked like the design aspects of this building and to give us an estimation of the price to build such designs, and this is what it brought us. So this, as you can see over here, this is like the estimation of the price that we got in return. Furthermore, like our platform can also export. So when they want to export and they want to use other softwares like AutoCAD, we are also able to download the images. As you can see over here, there is a download button. So they can download this and export it to their software that they want to use.
And how accurate is the cost that you present? Have you been able to calculate the accuracy of the cost? Are you not risking to have like wrong costs that are presented?
Okay, so the cost we have presented is like based on especially East African and African calculation. So we have made a calculation of like 10% of African users to get, like initially, because most of educational apps gets on their first year 10% of the user. So we expected 7,050
No,
out of.
yeah, I meant the cost that your algo is able to find. If you provide the image and you ask him the cost per square feet, and I think it gave you between $300 and $400 per square feet. How did you get those information? How did you train your AI to give that type of cost? And how accurate is it? How can you avoid also the risk of hallucination? Is it connected to your own database that is able to retrieve that cost?
Yes, we did try to give it a current data of African market and the current Ethiopian market data to analyze the costs. And since this hackathon has been done within the 2 months, we weren't able to give it more data, but and we plan to do that for the future.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any questions from our investors? I see. If that's the case, then thank you so much, Innovate Fusion, with this lovely application at Architect AI. And now we'll give the stage for Afro Chat.
Hello everyone, this is Samia. We are Afrochat. There are two perspectives to our platform. First, how do we benefit individuals? Second, how do we benefit organizations? Let's go over the unmet needs, current solutions, and efficiency of the solutions. Individual challenges. So what are the unmet needs for individuals? The unmet are the first unmet needs are specific content, which is not having an in-depth knowledge on the specific domain of AI. The second one is localized context, having small context for regional information like culture, language, and more, and lack of usage understanding. The second one is organizational challenge. The unmet needs for organizations are even the burden of access lifted for Africa in using modern tools. There are many aspects that's still missing. So the first one is specialization. So lack of an in-depth knowledge on a specific topic. So the second one is company context, which is understanding the company's challenges, limitations, and constraints, and a well-designed, robust infrastructure and reliable products. So what are the current solutions for these challenges? The first one is in-house solution, having internal developers to address the challenges, but it's expensive and lack technical capabilities for advanced solutions. And the second one is mass-produced tools solution, which is a general product for a company, for a specific company, but they usually don't consider the client's specific needs. So what is the core solution that everyone desires now from modern AI tools? They want tools that will solve their day-to-day tasks in a manner that's accurate and automated. So that's what we plan to achieve through Afrochat. By targeting specific use cases, an individual and organization context, adding geographical context and easing access burden. So for organization, by investigating their core and automated activities, we bring an AI-based solutions. Example like an Amharic voice assistance that you can dial and get information that analyze the stocks and other financial tasks. So in general, the solutions focus mainly on their specific domain, problems and constraints they have as a company. And for individuals, we have specific needs and use cases that's critical and most demanded currently. So we assessed, interviewed, and researched in an in-depth manner and found the main needs for individuals. So from modern AI technologies, they need, like for individuals, day-to-day assistance tools like professional resume maker. You can give it a descriptive job description and it will give you a resume based on that job, blog and article generator, and AI characters that embodies famous figures and create conversation engagement on their success domain. So the individuals are chosen based on the research on the domain categories of interest among users. So what is the market opportunity for our product? Since our Telegram bot launches, we have like a growth in the weekly active users. We have around 200 users in our Telegram bots. In order to connect with our markets, we have different strategies at hand. This include not limited to creating partnership with influential companies in Africa. The second is marketing through different social media platforms used in Africa to crystallize approach. And the third one is spreading through word of mouth, like referral and other means of increasing adoption rate. So who we are? We are combined years of experience in software engineering, mobile and web development, and AI technology. We are the perfect fit to expand AfroChat on every corner of continent, also backed by A2SV. We're currently at the stage of alpha and beta testing on our platform. We have been working on for the past couple of months. This MVP focuses on the major structure and implementation of our mobile app for the day-to-day conceptions. Our revenue model follows the best and common practice in the industry, which prioritizes ad model for day-to-day users and subscription. We will be experimenting with freemium to create the buzz and attention needed for the early days of the launch. On year one, we expect to have 50,000 users and 1,500 premium users. Our total cost will be 100,500. On year two, we expect to have 100,000 users and 1,000 premium users. Our total cost will be 18,000. On year three, we expect to have 200,000 users and 20,000 premium users. Our total cost will be $51,000 and we will get profit at the year three, $88,700. So the majority of our cost involves computational cost for training models and data analysis. So we plan to be cash flow positive by year three. So this is us. Join us on our Telegram bot here on the right, and be part of our vision. Thank you very much. Yes. So here's our demo. This is our tool page. Currently, we have 5 tools. The first tool is article and blog. Inside of it, we have subtools, which expand and summarize in essay, paraphrase content, and outline. The second one is create content for YouTube content creators and for brainstorming, business idea, and projects. And we have professional category, which writes targeted resume for our preferred job. And there's chat tools, which formats chat and it checking tones, it checks tones and imitate characters. And we have generate image, which we can give text and it generates image based on our texts. The second one is our persona page. Okay, we have personas on different category, as a category, author, poets, comedian, doctors, and influencers. At the last, assistants, which are English teacher and history teacher and other. So in this page, we can talk to personas, like well-prompted personas, and get the sense of chatting with our role models. And we have a lot of features, like we can make favorite, pinned, and other, and we can save our histories here on the third page. These are for individuals, and we plan for organizationals, other platform. Thank you. Connection.
Okay, so do any of our investors have questions for AfroChat? Anyone? I see. That's the case. Thank you so much. Now we will leave the stage to our master, where they're gonna give us their pitch. Thank you.
እነሱ ነው የጠየቋቸው። ወደ ችግር የለውም አስቻለ። Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
We should start. All right, hello. My name is Bekal Tamiskin, and I'm from the team R Master. Our motto is empowering dreams and revolutionizing recruitment. So, starting from the problem or opportunities that we're trying to solve, according to LinkedIn research, currently recruiters often spend only 6 seconds on your resume, and only about 10 to 20% of candidates makes it to the interview stage. And to make matters worse, only 30% of companies are able to fill a vacant role within 30 days, and this by itself creates a waiting period that is unnecessary and very hard for applicants. All these statistics is from LinkedIn research. Now coming back to our own country and reciting the statistics report done by Freelance Ethiopia, the largest job machine platform in the country. Less than 22% of job postings result in successful match. To give you context of the job post size, in less than 3 months on that platform only, there were about 171 job posts. This dissatisfaction is evident in employers' rating. Nearly half of them rated applicants poorly in terms of interview and CV preparedness, giving them a score of 1 out of 5. So enter the solution or R Master. It is an AI-powered recruitment platform. It helps recruiters and job seekers in their recruitment process. For the recruiters, by leveraging Generative AI, we help them write their perfect job description, automate their job posting process across multiple platforms. Then we help them rank and evaluate candidates automatically with just a click once candidates start applying. And we help them implement an automated phase 1 interview using Generative AI and automatically evaluates that too. Overall, we help them to evaluate candidates in a better and objective-driven manner, making the process more effective and accurate. For job seekers, currently it takes from 15 days up to a month to get response from recruiter once you have applied. They no longer have to wait for such an extended response period. Our master will provide them with their result and letting them know if they have made it to phase 1 interview or not in just under 3 minutes, and them being able to take the interview at their own convenience, set up in time in natural manner with our AI interviewers. Besides that, we help them by reviewing their CV and providing useful feedback on it so that they can better represent themselves in job market. We also help them in customizing their current CV to a specific job post accordingly so that they can increase their likelihood of getting that job. And finally, we also provide an automated AI-driven mock interview so that candidates can uplift their interview skills. All right, so when we come to the market side, currently the global recruitment market is at $136 billion with a compound annual growth rate of 8% in 2028. It is expected to grow to 213 billion in 2028, while the African recruitment market is projected to grow from 15.3 billion in 2022 to 28 billion in 2028. Which means the African recruitment market is going to grow with much faster pace than the global market. This growth is driven by the rise of remote work, technology adoption, and a focus on diversity and inclusion by companies. This growth, coupled with the youth population growth in Africa, this market is perfectly positioned for a boom. So when it comes to competitive advantage, we try to research the KPIs that are most valuable to compete in this market. As such, we found these four metrics: time to fill, candidate quality, cost per hire, and applicant satisfaction. The time taken to fill a vacant position for the moment the job opening is posted to the final offer accept, and the effectiveness of the ATS in attracting and retaining high quality candidates, and the total cost incurred to fill a position, including recruitment and advertising, technology costs, and staff salaries, the level of satisfaction among candidates with the application and hiring process. As we've tried to show you on the solutions page, we have perfectly positioned ourselves by design to satisfy all these KPIs and stand out in the market. Our master, so when we talk about target customers and early adopters, our master benefits a wide range of individuals and organizations, including medium to large enterprises, small and medium-sized businesses, job seekers, graduate students, and tech-savvy professionals. It aims to empower careers and contribute to reshaping the future of work and job matching for all these groups. In the remove business, we offer flexible subscription models suitable for business of all sizes. So our main primary business model is going to be B2B. We also provide on-demand pricing for those requiring immediate access or individual job process. We offer free career resources such as AI-driven CV reviewer, CV writer for specific job description, believing in providing opportunities for everyone to shine, empowering students and the youth. Coming to our roadmap, our journey began in September 2023, starting with the development of our proof of concept platform. Along the way, building our master has provided valuable insights into the problem at hand. However, our commitment doesn't end there. Our master is dedicated to continuous improvements, ensuring we remain at the forefront of recruitment technology. We strive to meet the evolving needs of our custom users and facilitate the connection of African talents. So, as such, we're going to continuously iterate and improve on the MCG. So we're going to be entering to the market soon enough, and we're also planning to raise our seed fund going forward. All right, so when it comes to call to action, we invite you to join our transformative journey and support our master's growth with a $50,000 investment. Your contribution can be in cash, in kind, or by utilizing our platform for your recruitment needs. Businesses, startups, and potential partners and sponsors can connect with us to empower businesses and enhance careers across Africa and beyond. The funding will be allocated as follows: 40% for product developments, focusing on improving the algorithm and user experience, 30% for marketing and user acquisition to expand our reach and establish partnership, 20% for operational scaling, including infrastructure and talent acquisition, and 10% for research and development to stay ahead in the technology and innovation. Your support will help us in revolutionizing the recruitment industry and achieve our milestone. So for $50,000 investment, we're willing to for $20,000 investment, we're willing to give up to 15% equity share. This slide is dedicated to our rough financial projection. You will be able to see this slide in a still manner once we're done with the presentation and we start the Q&A session. But to summarize it to you, we did a profit loss analysis and a revenue revenue expense analysis for the first year, and we have got a value of 1,136 Ethiopian birr, net negative, and we expect to break even whether in the last quarter of second year or the first quarter of the third year. We have a dynamic team that supported each other through this journey. Between myself and the team, we have been working on our own self-initiated startups for a little bit more than 4 years now, teaching ourselves everything we know. We can't imagine ourselves not utilizing emerging and latest technologies to solve real life problems and create jobs in the society we're living in. So this opportunity had been an immense motivation in driving testing what you had in mind for a while now. To summarize, businesses using our master to process their hiring needs will save 70% of their time and save 60% of their costs by utilizing this technology. And in conclusion, our goal is to unleash the potential of African talent, bridging gaps in representation and empowering careers. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the future of talent acquisition. Welcome to our master. And next, my teammate Baslail is going to be demoing our platform to you.
Okay, thank you, Bakaro. Now let's get to the demo. Okay, are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Okay, let me continue. So this is our platform. Our master is basically a co-pilot for recruiters. And let's say I am Makonnen, a HR officer, and I'm tasked with employing a web developer for our upcoming customer portal. So the first thing I'll do is I'll just log into our dashboard because as an HR person, I have our master as a recruitment tool. And the first thing I'll do is I'll hit on the get started button. This means that before actually recruiting a talent, we need a perfect job description. And this is our job description builder page. We will utilize generative AI to get clear and precise job descriptions. So the first thing I need to do is I need to specify what gap I need to fill. For now, I'm going to say web developer talents. So after submitting this, I'll be asked with 5 questions that clarify my job description need. So the first thing is what specific web development language and frameworks are required for this job, and so on. I have already filled out this answer. Okay, let me just fill this out. The first thing is I'm going to say React.js, and can you describe the ideal candidates for front-end and back-end? Yeah, of skill both on end and back-end. What kind of web development projects we'll be working on? I'm going to say dashboard. Are there any specific web design or UI UX requirement for this role? I'm going to say clean UI design and pixel perfect design. And what are the key technical skills and certification needed for this web development position? I'm going to say front-end developer. So next, our AI will generate a job description, a job requirement, and skills related to that job. So this means that there is no more vague job descriptions, and everything is going to be smooth. Okay, it's taking a little while. Let's wait. Okay, yeah. So I have found the job description. It has given the job of a full stack web developer, and the job description is, as you see, this the job description I got, and there's also the requirement. I can also change this if I want to, because we actually allow the recruiter to modify this if not satisfied. And next, I'm going to just add in some meta informations like the job category and others like this. So, okay. So, yeah, let me just go ahead. And now I'm going to select the job type, position, the salary. This is like a ERP system for recruiters, so each information is important. And next, I'm going to choose a job pipeline. This pipeline is created in mind that every company has its own recruitment workflow. So if I am hiring an engineer or a manager or a salesperson, there could be different pipelines or workflows. So we also allow you to actually customize a workflow if you have a specific need. For this one, the first stage is CV validation. The second one is the first stage interview, which is automated interview. Also, there is a technical interview and face-to-face interview. And finally, there's onboarding. Now I can choose from our AI interviewers. These are AI agents. And each of them have different voices, but in the future, we'll also planning to add personalities to this. So the other thing is I can add a custom matrix. So if I need some custom matrix, I want the AI to validate, I could just give it the name in the description. Also, I can also customize the weight based on the relevancy. And next, and finally, I'm going to select what channel I want to publish this on. I'm going to select Telegram in LinkedIn for now. So I'm going to just publish the job. So now if I go to our channel, the job is already posted, and I can see that it is a full stack web developer position. So as a candidate, let's say I'm a front-end developer and I want to apply. The only thing I need to do is just forward my CV and cover letter to the resume channel. So I just forwarded my resume to this channel, meaning that now in the background, my CV is being evaluated. And if I go into my inbox, after the evaluation is done, I should have a result here. Also, if I, as a recruiter, I could go into the my applicants page and see the progress of how the applicants are in what stage. So as you can see now, Amanil Tadasa is passed for the CV screening stage, meaning he has passed the first stage of our recruitment. And we can see that the scores are here, the relevancy scores, the portfolio score, and the overall rating, all are rated with our AI. And next, after this, if I go into our email, I can see that I have been scheduled to an interview. So if I go into our virtual interview and start our Okay. Yes, I've worked on lots of React JS projects, and I am qualified for this job. Okay. What I've done was I just made an interview with an AI agent, and now it is validating my answer and transcribing it to our backend. So after the scoring is done, my interview will be evaluated, and I can see my score. And I will also see that if I've passed, I will be scheduled with a person-to-person interview. So if I go to my recruiter dashboard, I can see that what was the transcription and also the answer relevancy and the communication score. So we also evaluating your communication and language skill here, and we are also evaluating your on-the-spot problem-solving skills. So these are the tools for the recruiter, but also we have tools for the candidates. There are two tools: the resume analyzer tool, which you will just upload your resume. And it will give you feedback like this. The strengths and the area of improvement, here you can see them. And also there is the job feedback tool. In this, I'm just going to paste in the job description and the resume, and I'll be given a tailored CV. Thank you, guys.
If there are any questions from our investors.
If you have any question from the investor.
So what are your customer acquisition strategies? I might have missed the slides. How are you attracting the customers?
We can't.
Mr. Mehmet, I think the team is facing some technical difficulty. Can you perhaps repeat the question?
Yeah. But are you guys hearing me now?
Can you bring the phone?
Yes, we can hear you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm sorry if I missed the slide, but so this is HR tech is a competitive market. And how will you reach those candidates? What is your customer acquisition strategy? Like, how will you, basically make them upload their resume or, for come to interview sessions and so on. So like, how will you grow your customer base, basically? So you are B2C, right? Not B2B. Basically, you are going to the consumers, like basically individuals.
Yes, so
Yeah,
we're primarily a B2B platform regarding our business model, but our one means of getting customers is that making the platform a better fitted platform for candidates. As we have told you on our competitive advantage slide, we've shown you the 4 KPIs, and one of the KPIs mentioned was applicant satisfaction. So when it comes to applicant satisfaction, we're planning to make the platform as easy as to use as easy as much possible to use. And besides that, we're planning to make the recruitment platform much quicker and easier to once applicants are able to get their result in much more limited compared to the previous systems. As I told you, it usually takes between 15 days up to a month currently to get a response from a recruiter. But using our platform, we save time for the applicants. So that's one of our strategies: building an intuitive UI UX platform and a better experience for the applicants. Besides that, we're planning to mainly focus on getting as much as possible companies involved on our platform so that they can help us build a large portfolio of jobs on our platform so that applicants could have a variety of choices to apply for. So these are the main strategies that we're planning to utilize. And besides that, our Tailor CV page and CV feedback giving page are going to be very helpful regarding getting users, consumers, and so these are the main strategies.
Okay, but again, great. Thank you for that. But how will you attract the customers? How will they hear about you? And basically, what will be the initial touch? Will you guys give advertisements? What is the value proposition you first provide them other than, yeah.
Okay, so we're targeting first of all the companies or the recruiters, because in our country we are already using many freelance websites or platforms to recruit. We're planning to penetrate that market by introducing our additional values like our automated CV screening system and also our automated AI interviews. This will make the recruitment process a lot faster, and this is the value we will give to the recruiters And because we're also giving tools for the candidates also will be familiar with our platform. And we're already utilizing Telegram that is hugely adopted in our country. And their adoption is going to be very simple.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, our master. Now Kevin will take the stage.
Hi everyone. Am I audible? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yep.
Okay, so my name is Kevin, and my project for this hackathon is called MailQA. So what MailQA does basically in a nutshell is give instant access to multiple data sources with a workplace assistant. So everyone has encountered a situation where they have spent a lot of time looking for information from large pieces of text, large documents, PDF documents, Word documents, and also emails that have been sent 2, 3, 5 weeks earlier. So that is exactly the problem I am solving. So businesses generate massive amounts of data. Having access to that data is really crucial for a successful business. So inefficient data search methods result in a significant 20 to 25% loss of annual productivity for businesses, as reported by McKinsey Global Institute. The solution to this problem is instant access to internal and external data sources using natural language prompts so the user can focus more on the important tasks. By data, this is the data that I mean, Word, PDF, and text files that are exchanged between employees, the user's email and calendar information, public information that is available on Google search, as well as custom data sources, such as medical sources, as I will demo in a couple of minutes. So an impact of solving this problem is that this will increase the productivity in the workplace. By increasing the productivity, this will lead to an economic growth whereby jobs and the living standards of Africans, as well as the whole human population in the world, will increase. And economic growth leads to more investments in Africa, therefore creating more jobs and improving the living standards of more Africans. So a while ago in 2012, IBM came to Kenya. They set up shop in Kenya. So this, after staying for some time, the success of the employees that were in IBM, working for IBM, led to some other companies such as Microsoft and Facebook to setting up offices in Africa. I'd say this was attributed by the success of the first, second, and third companies that set up shop here. AWS recently opened one in Kenya due to the success of previous companies. This has created 2,000 jobs and indirectly created more jobs by the contracts that these companies gives to Africans that are already here. So and the market overview. Our app is available on Slack and Microsoft Teams platforms, which has 1.64 million paying companies on the platform, 3 million paying users, 310 total daily users on the app, on the platform Slack and Teams. The use of productivity and collaborative tools such as MailQA has increased 44% since 2019, indicating a growing need according to a survey done by Gartner. So our business model is a B2B, software as a service model, whereby our customers are enterprises and companies that pay a subscription. We offer monthly and annual plans with a discount for annual subscriptions. Businesses can also make custom requests to integrate additional data sources, such as databases and CRM tools. I'll first go show the demo before I go deeper into the financials. So I am in this workspace. This is the workspace that we've been using for my team when doing the development of MailQA. So in this workspace, I have multiple documents that have been shared to me throughout the whole phase. In a typical work environment, you'd have almost 50 to 100 files, PDF, Word files shared to the employees or the users of the Slack workspace. So, for example, I'd want to find specific information from one of the files. This is a prompt to find the week 3 milestones and deliverables, which is stated in one of the files here. Yes. This is it. This is one of the files. I want this information without having to go through this file and look for it visually. So in about 10 seconds here, I have gotten this information, and this typically increases the gathering of information in our workspace. This is one of the features. So another feature is to find out what emails are. Another data source I have mentioned is email data from the user. So when signing up to this platform, a user can either grant the app access to the email information or deny the app. So for my case, I have given permission to the app. I have given permission to the app to access my email information. So I can write a prompt to find out whether I have unread emails. Typically, this would have me leave this Slack in a workspace scenario, leave Slack, open another tab, open my Gmail, as well as use my eyes to scan through emails and read through them. So I improve the productivity in the workplace by having these tasks automatically done for you. So in 15 seconds, I have already known, I have 300 emails, and I have known what the emails are about. And I guess my next step would to send an email to either reply or, to reply to an email. So I can also do that from my app. So this is a prompt to send an email to my these two addresses there, to inform them that I will not be coming into work. This is a typical day-to-day function that happens. So in order to do this without this, I'd have to go open. So in 13 seconds, the email has been sent. So I'll also show another function of our app, which, for example, this app has been integrated with this data repository. This is PubMed, which is a data repository for medical publications. So after integrating this with, let's say, a hospital, I'd want the users who are doctors to be able to access that information in those database repositories faster than how they would without my app. So you can just ask the app, or just like how you do in natural language prompts. So you get that response. And the last prompt, I'd say to set up a meeting, I'd want to schedule a meeting on my calendar with my 2 addresses there. So you can do 1 address, 2 addresses, 3 addresses. And what this will do, it will schedule a meeting on my calendar, as well as send an email to notify these 2 addresses that there is an email. So I'll go back to my slides. So our pricing is $10 per month up to companies with up to 50 employees. We have a discount for large enterprise companies with a $5 plan for more than 50 employees, and a custom plan for companies that want to integrate additional data sources. So our financial projections are compound annual growth rate of 9.59%. This is influenced by the Gartner survey that was performed. So we project a 46% annual profit after 3 years. At the moment we have the Slack up, but after the Q1 of next year, we plan to have our web app, our Slack app, and the Microsoft Teams app ready by then. So future innovations of this, we'll see a mobile app that is will have text interaction as well as voice interaction, a smartwatch app, and also an Apple CarPlay or Android CarPlay application. So this is the team behind MailQA. What I ask is $25,000 for 10% equity and also business support. This will go into product development, cloud and security, research and development, as well as marketing and administration. And this is my contact. This is how you can find me. I think that's all. I'll open up the Q&A. Hello?
Kevin, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So since LLMs are becoming super trendy and the technology is getting at places we cannot even imagine, right? Every single company is working on similar stuff. So, and Gmail is the most used, most adapted email engine, right? Like everybody has a Gmail. So what are the barriers of entry for your company? Like basically you need to change the behaviors of some customers to use your product. Like if Google or any other mail provider provides this function to me, which they will, obviously, why would I go and pick your company?
So I think that is a big possibility, but our app will survive that because that is only one of many functions that our app does. MailQA was actually the name that we came up with when we were starting out. So the first prototype only had the application getting information from your email. So we added additional data sources such as files that are shared between employees in a workspace, as well as external Google search data and data sources that can be integrated into the app, as I have shown with PubMed. So I think other mail providers such as Gmail offering this service won't make us obsolete. This will just be one of the features we have one of the features sharing between our 2 companies, but we offer more than just email management and email automation.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Any other question?
Okay, thank you, Kevin, for your presentation.
Yeah.
And we just have one team left. So So please bear with us just to give them like 10 to 15 minutes to finish their pitch, and then we will be done with all the groups. Thank you.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me? Yes, my name is Jude, and this is Team Sapphire. Our project is Storycraft. So Storycraft is a web application that allows children to generate customized stories and also personalized by leveraging the power of artificial intelligence to improve their language comprehension. So what is the problem? So in 2019, the World Bank did a study on Africa in about 29 countries, and it found out that 9 out of 10 children in Africa by the year 2029 will lack reading comprehension skills. And that translates to about 750 million. So why? Because of the rise cost of books and the degrading reading culture, and of course the scarcity of appropriate reading materials. And so Storycraft will solve this by enabling an endless repository generation of stories for children, and which are personalized and customized. This creates a sense of ownership to children, and as we all know, for children, for children, once they own something, they will want to interact with it every single time. So for our competitive landscape, what makes us unique? So story flexibility. So in Storycraft, children will be able to continually generate their stories time and again and again and again. And that is a feature that is not featured in any other similar applications that are in this landscape. And gamifications. So our application is child-centered to keep the attention of the child maintained in the application. For affordability, you're going to see it in our marketing strategy, which is coming up soon. For personalization, Storycraft, as we have said, is going to generate customized stories, personalized according to what the child likes. So for custom to African market, what will enable us to penetrate this African continent is we'll want to hire a team of programmers or data scientists that will enable us to create model that will help us to feature a variety of African languages such as Amharic, so that we can be able to generate stories for children using the African languages that will be there.
Okay, so my name is Wayne. We have looked at the problem, we've looked at the solution we've created. So now let's look at the business aspect of our solution. So the market we're trying to reach, we have 200 million children in Africa right now. That's the available market. 80 million children have access to the internet. Our application is dependent on the internet, so that's our serviceable market. And out of this 80 million children, we are currently targeting to reach about 100 children in this market. So our marketing strategy is 4 ways. We want to look at targeting both the parents, we want to target schools, and we want to target the children themselves. So one is social media. We know that these days everyone is on social media. We have partnerships and collaborations with schools and such. We have paid advertising online, and we have influencer marketing. Okay, our revenue model is 2 ways. So we have free accounts and the paid accounts. So the free accounts, we limit the number of stories you can generate. You will not be able to generate stories, and you won't have voice customization. but we've chosen to have a free account. So since we're targeting to increase our impact, we really want to solve this problem. So if people can't afford the platform, they still have a chance to use the platform. So we expect to make 80% of our revenue in advertising with the free accounts and 20% as premium subscription, where you have an infinite number of stories. You can download stories and you can customize the voice of the narrations. So here are our pricing tiers. We are actively also targeting schools, as I have mentioned. So we've made packages for schools also. So we have the individual premium, which is an individual pays $10 a month. Then we have five school tiers depending on the size of the school. So we have $9 and it scales down to $6 for larger institutions, for up to 1,000 students for the premium features. So our financial projection for the first year, we've calculated that we will have a total cost of $292,300 and we would project that we'd make revenue of $268,800 as has been shown there. And we can see in the first year, we're not projecting to make a profit, but we're projecting to make a small negative profit, a loss of $23,500. That is due to our development costs. But as you can see, if we continue with our projected cost for the next 3 years, we see that it scales up really well, because as our user base increases, our costs of running the project also go down. These economies of scale. So as you can see, the profit, the first year is a negative one, but it keeps on going up with $300,000 in the third year. The yellow is the total revenue, and we have the total cost in red. So this is our team, and now we can go to the demonstration.
So now I'll take you through our product. This is how it works. So this is our landing page. How we achieve to create custom stories for children is by asking them a couple of questions just to get to know what they like, what they prefer. And after we ask these questions, we can feed this information to the AI and enable it to create custom stories for them. So this is some of the stories. Our primary language for now is English, as we have planned to diversify to other languages like Amharic. These are some of our other languages, other questions, just to get to know about our user. We answer all these questions are specifically designed for children or young people who we just get to know our interests, and then we let the AI come up with a story. So this process takes a while because we're using different AI models to compile this story. So the first time we give them a game, a flip card, just to help them pass time. So we won't wait for this. I'll come back to this. Let me open a page where I've already generated a story. So we generate custom images and text from each and every story. We also have features to help the child in their education by learning new words. For example, a dictionary. When you click a word, you get the meaning of that specific word. Here's our narrator. Narrates the whole story to you could flip go to the next page. After you finish the story or you're not able to finish, this is one of our premium features that we plan to implement, the download. You'll be able to download the story for offline reading. This is after you finish reading the story, you take a quiz where you are asked a couple of questions based on the story that was generated. So I'm just going to answer these questions randomly. Yes, I'm just guessing the answer. And this is also a feature we have where we plan to enhance the ability to read and pronounce it correctly by recording them reading this sentence from a story, and after this we evaluate how well they did by giving them a score. So you just click the mic and read this sentence. The frog hopped along this next to the princess as she continued to pick flowers. So this uploads the audio and gives this child a score. So as you can see, they've been given a 94% match, so that's good. You can go back and see if our story was generated that we had done earlier, answered some questions earlier, and yes, this is the story. Thank you. We also have our page, an explore page, where children can see stories generated by other children. So this creates a community of readers, young early readers, and helps them to read stories and get a sense of community.
Yeah, so here's where Storycraft is. And as the last thing, this would be our ask to investors. As you saw in our first year, we expect to get a revenue of $268,000, but the net profit is negative $23,500. So we would like to ask for $25,000 to get the ball rolling with development and to make Storycraft live and production and everything. And in return, we would want to give an 18% equity of Storycraft. Thank you. So any questions? So that is Storycraft. We welcome any questions.
Okay, thank you so much. You have any contact who would like to also keep in touch, tell us where the group or even which project have position so that we can also start collaborating. If you have any comments, then let's contact Yanni.
Well, I'll ask a question. So how about the copyright issues, since you guys are generating these pictures? This is not just for your startup, but some other startups as well. So obviously, there are a lot of regulations coming up regarding the art or pictures that are being generated. So what is your strategy and how will you make sure that you are not infringing any copyrights?
Thank you for this question. So all our images are dynamically generated by Stable Diffusion, which is an open source AI. So all the images we're using are free to use under copyright law. Since they're dynamically generated over images, we're not using anyone's works for our platform.
Yeah, but you rely on them, right? It's not that you have a specific tool that doesn't necessarily check those images for copyright infringements. So basically you trust the API and then you go forward.
Yes, that is true that we trust the API and we know that we understand, I think most people do, that the issue with image generation due to its web scraping is a very sensitive matter at this moment, but we intend to implement a feature where you can flag, an image can be flagged if if they would like to claim copyright, and we can contact the person who's flagged the image, and we could come to an agreement about the image.
Okay. So one other question is like digital to basically paper. So one tool or one value proposition I would see is the convenience, right? Because kids like to have papers or books, also parents as well. They don't want to keep their young kids in front of tablets or computers at some point. So what would be your mindset regarding not digitalization, but making things more analog, from digital to analog? How would be your strategy towards that?
Okay, thank you. So as demonstrated, we have a feature where you can download a story, so that once a story has been downloaded, the parent can, once the story has been generated, the parent can print it out for the child, and they can have the story, a copy of the storybook as a paper. And also this scales out well for schools also, since if a teacher would like the whole class to get one story, it is possible to access them both online and have printouts for each child.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not, my point is not to create a discussion at this point, but is it sustainable, right? Like every company tries to be greener, more sustainable, less footprints. So what is the point of getting a digital product, then printing it onto a paper and giving to your baby at some point? So I mean, just rather go and a bookstore and get a printed copy. Of course, it's not as customized as your solution provides, but like, how can you make this a greener product? Like, rather than giving the option to a customer, hey, this is the story, just print it out. How can you provide some other tools that, can you come with greener papers? Can you provide a complementary product with your subscription? You see what I mean? Like, I think because, like, obviously all of you guys have great startups and really good tracks for now and doing great. But at some point, I think the feasibility or the due diligence of a startup comes how you make the acquisition of that customer, like what value proposition you are really providing to that customer. So, and when I listen to all your products, all your startups presentations, I place myself as a customer, and the first thing I thought is, will I really print bunch of papers, while I am trying to be a green, right, like less carbon footprint person. So this is just like basically my 5 cents, that like how you can implement some other products into your product, so you can sell it as a combo. You see what I mean?
Yes, we understand what you mean, and we'll explore other avenues of getting the, as you said, an analog way of giving the children the stories without having printing. Just an idea we've had is maybe we could have a feature where you can order a book, so we can collect the child's stories and we can have them printed out and sent to the child, but we can ensure that this is an eco-friendly way of having the book sent to the child. So like an yearly review of all your stories.
One other suggestion is, same with all the other startups, I don't know if they will have a chance to hear, is focus groups. So I think you should find some parents and try to listen to them. Like, what product will they be really interested in? So other stuff that I saw in most of your presentations is you are building something and you are expecting the customer to love it. But I didn't see those focus groups or beta users in your presentations. Like, all of you first, from my mindset, rather go to the customer and then get all the feedbacks, basically do the design thinking, right? Like get their feedback, design it, then reiterate, then go to the customer again. Did you like it? What is wrong with it? Then the reiterate, right? So I rather want to see that design thinking, or any investors that are, basically having the pleasure to see your slides, they want to see this design thinking. Specifically in your product, it is very important because parents are very selective about their kids. And what if your paper came up with a super absurd story and they didn't even read the story, and because this is generative AI, right? And I cannot just trust it and then print it. I have to read it myself. But what if it has something that the kid is not supposed to read it, right? And I think there are a lot of improvements that you guys can make. And if you can basically come with those good feedback from those focus groups, I see a really good product as well. So yeah, that's my feedback. Great job, great slides. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you so much, Tim. And also, thank you, Mehmet and Yanis, for your time. And if there is any other feedback or any other follow-up steps that we'll have from now, the communications will come from Emirates Demo. I'd like to thank all the presenters also for your project and your presentations, and also those who managed to win for the hackathon, and wish you guys all the best. Thank you, everyone. This is the end of our meeting. Goodbye.
Thank you. Have a good day.